for 2023 MILA Edmonton Mining elect John KIJULI.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. As I now try to introduce myself. My name is John KIJULI. I'm Canadian. I'm originally from Rwanda. I'm proudly today to let you know that I'm a candidate of MLA in 2023, May 29. I would like to thank you again to join me today, and I would like to show you what is my mission, what are my strategies in order to make Edmonton Mining one of the best places to live, where all communities will be happy to live in. Thank you very much. My name is Jen. As you can see here, my motto is an inclusive community for our prosperity. As you can see here, my personal main achievement here, I've been a teacher of English and French for about 11 years in college. I have a bachelor degree in education. Today I'm pursuing my studies in international relations in Canada, and I was a public relations officer in different institutions including Canada. Today I'm in charge of safety and first impressions in Chamber of Commerce in Edmonton in Alberta. Thank you very much. I paid it forward, dedicated community builder for almost 18 years in Canada. Former community leader at the provincial and federal levels. I've been a leader for my community as president and vice president of diaspora in Canada, and I have been contributed so much. And I have skills in development and skills into various organizations in Edmonton. I initiated my community in a heritage festival which takes place at the end of July and beginning of August, and I was proudly to start from my community and inspired other communities to adhere to Heritage Festival in Edmonton. I've been a campaign manager for different authorities like provincial or mayor levels, and it has been so successful. Former community leader, as I said, in federal and community leader. Go ahead. Yeah. My commitment to Edmonton Mining community. I've dedicated my entire life to advocating for vulnerable people. As we see in the next presentation, I will show you that in my constituency, Mining, I'm totally convinced that Edmonton Mining must be one of the best places to live, play, raise a family, or start business in the entire community. We have come a long way, but we are only starting from scratch, the surface of our true potential. Since the last elections, it was, I remember, 4 years ago, and other different elections we took place in Edmonton. Since the last election, I have established myself in my community, my job as a teacher, public relations officers, community leader on the provincial and federal level. I'm strongly convinced that together we can reaffirm that we continue building on the success we have already achieved. If I'm privileged to earn your support, guys, or your vote, I commit to representing you with the same integrity and credibility you have come to know for me, and we continue to work hard on securing the future for our family's business in Edmonton Mining. What I stand for: 1, Edmonton to Calgary a rapid trail. I think we have two cities, which is Edmonton and Calgary. Well, you see the distance between the two cities, we strongly need a trail. We need a train. Not any train, but we need a modern train. So as your leader, as your MLA in Edmonton Manning, I will try to advocate in order to accelerate this kind of project, which has been for more than 30 years, even more than 30 years. So I try to accelerate that. So between the two cities, we have a train which will enable people to meet one another, and which we try to strengthen or to enhance the economic growth of the two cities. Thank you. I think the project will recreate the natural flow of economic activities existed not so long ago. A rapid trail service, as suggested numerous times over years, should become one part of the shared vision. I repeat again, this must be one part of the shared vision for the years to come. So as your MLA, I promise I will try to advocate at the federal level, at the provincial level, at the mayoral level in order to realize this. So it needs a collaboration or partnership between the two cities in order to establish this kind of trail between two cities. With this new infrastructure, we will collectively, at the municipal, provincial, federal governments, stand to gain unprecedented economic opportunity while inspiring tourism, industrial, and education diversification. That's very important. Thank you. Number two, Edmonton is rich with natural and cultural assets. Today, Edmonton Manning constituency is expanding so rapidly. If you see, for example, Makonaki, if you see elsewhere, we have a lot of new areas which are being built. So we have a lot of people coming in Edmonton Manning. That's why we have to help all these people to feel they are at home. They have to feel they live in a very conducive situation, which means we need to plant a lot of trees. We started already in Edmonton. This is a good example. This is in Edmonton City, where I try to feed or to water this tree on the street of Edmonton. Edmonton rich, as I said, rich and cultural asset, which continue. Our youth is encouraged to take part in this operation, which means the youth have to be this is very, very important. They have to be part of this operation of planting a lot of trees. Not only planting, but also to manage them, to water them, to entertain them, not to see. And this we enhance the life of our seniors and people living with disability and those wishing to live in Manning, because Edmonton Manning will attract a lot of people coming in. I did another activity which is very important. As you know, we have a lot of people homeless. We have people living with disability. Some of them, they don't have where to stay. They are on the street, especially in summertime. In the wintertime, you see them freezing, some die. So that's why we collectively have to sit together, to stand together, with the help of the new MLA for 2023 of Edmonton Manning. We try to help all these homelesses. This, I think it was in October 22, where I try to go and feed. We have a program of feeding these homelesses in Edmonton. This operation has been so successful that it should be encouraged, it should be supported. We need a support each and everybody in order to get all these people having good life and enhancing their way of living. So please, as your MLA for 2023, I promise these people will be supported. Their children will be taken to school. No school dropouts anymore, and I will do that. I promise I do that as your MLA in Edmonton Manning. As a person who has been working in downtown for more than 15 years, I remain committed to working with inner city agencies along the Edmonton Police Service and EMS to better understanding the current situation. Together with the police, with EMS, I think we can improve the lives of a lot of people in Edmonton Manning and in Edmonton at the large. The resources are available where we can begin to assist them to improve their lives. Resources are there. We have to manage them, and we make sure that our people improve their lives, and then we avoid forever what we call homelessness in Edmonton, and particularly in good life in Edmonton Manning. I thought about climate change. This is very crucial for our children, for our grandchildren, our next generations. If we don't do that today, we see a lot of disappointment. Let's try it today. So as your MLA for 2023, in the next 4 years to come, I try to focus on climate change programs and environmental management. Consider that today, the entire world is currently facing serious issues on human disorder due to the climate, the problem of climate. That's why all the protocols, you remember Kyoto protocols, Kyoto is in Japan, and you have Montreal Protocol and KIJULI agreement on climate change. We have to do that. So as your MLA, I will try to advocate for my people, for each and everybody to improve and to sign and to follow all these protocols for our next generations. We don't like to see our entire world destroyed each and every day. We wouldn't be people we are expecting to be. Always on climate change, we have the program environmental management. That's very important. I always say, as your MLA, I'm planning to get like what we call disaster management and rapid committee, which will try to respond as fast as they can in order to stop any kind of climate change which may occur in Edmonton, in Canada at the large. Strong advocate for vulnerables and kids. As you can see here, we have vulnerables in Edmonton. We have a lot of vulnerables in Canada. We have all people. We have seniors. We have kids who are not assisted. Sometimes we have kids who drop their schools. We have a lot of school dropouts in Edmonton. We have homeless. We have young guys who take themselves, who become like addicted to the drugs. That's why, as your MLA, I try to work with all the authority at the MILA and provincial level to eradicate this kind of problem, the challenge of drugs, and trying to improve the life of vulnerables in Edmonton. As you can see here, we have all people on the street. I was trying to help them, to show them the best way to improve their lives. Having been myself, I've been an immigrant from Africa, I will make sure that the newcomers to Edmonton or Edmonton Manning, and people who wish to live in Edmonton Manning find a friendly welcome and get fully granted and integrated. So we welcome them, they will come, we integrate them, we show them and we inform them how to be integrated in Canada, how to integrate their children, go to school. So this is going to be a good job for our next generations, our families in Edmonton Manning. Here, we will make Manning constituency and in the culture on top. As I told you, I played a big role in order to enhance Edmonton Heritage Festival in my communities, and I think I am inspired and assisted and supported a lot of communities to adhere in Heritage Festival. So statistics show that our constituency is expanding so rapidly. That's why different people coming from different corners of the world, from Philippines, from Ukraine, from Africa, from Asia, from China, from everywhere, I think all together we can build one of the greenest and strongest constituency in Edmonton Manning. So once you elect me as your MLA in Edmonton Manning, I will manage to make your constituency one of the best in Edmonton. Another project, infrastructure, always Clairview to Castledown via Eau Claire to Castledown areas. When you try to look at the map of Edmonton Manning, it looks like we have a train coming from downtown and it gets or stops to Clairview. It looks like people who live in Castledown, Eau Claire, or Makonaki, they have a problem. They have a problem of transportation. The buses come a little bit late, and it looks like they wait hours and hours waiting for buses, or they don't have any means to get to their homes as fast as they can. Even our children who go to school, they take so long to get home. That's why, as your MLA, I try to advocate in order to extend this train from Clairview, go to Makonaki and get to Eau Claire, and to reach Castledown, and from Castledown it will go to downtown. So our people in Edmonton Manning will be served. Thank you. And sports and leisure. I think it's time. It's time we think about our youth. We have some recreation centers. I can say Clairview, we can say like London Delmore at Castledown, but they are not enough. As I told you, our Edmonton constituency is expanding so rapidly. So we need other recreation center. That's why, as your MLA, I try to work with the authorities at the provincial, at the mayor, even at the federal level, to get another special and modern recreation center for our children, for our mothers, for our seniors, so it will help to improve the activities of our youth. Another thing that I have seen, Canada loses billions of dollars in football. As you know, we have like Canada Football League. The majority of people or players in CFL, they come from our neighbors, our neighboring country. They just come, they get a lot of money, they get their paycheck, and that money, the Canadian money, the taxpayers, all that money goes to the United States. That's why, as your MLA, I try to work together with my colleagues, my friends, in order to encourage our youth to play football. It has to be Canadian. We have to play with our youth people. If possibly, we try to encourage our government to bring more immigrants who have talent in sports in order to keep our money or our budget within Canada without going away. Because, as I say, more than 90% of our players in Canada, in CFL, they come from our neighboring country. This is fair at all. This isn't fair. We have to change this kind of strategies. We have to have Canadians playing for Canada, getting money in Canada, and staying in Canada. Another thing is that for hockey, you see that our teams, sometimes they don't get this, the trophy, or they go in the United States. Why? Because our best players, they go to play in the United States. We have to put in place all strategies to keep our players home in Canada. That's why we see our Canada becoming strong in sports. Continued in sports and leisure, that was I was saying as your MLA, I will try to encourage our youth in schools everywhere in many organizations to play for Canada. Therefore, I would like to get support from you guys. You give me your support. If you get your support, you will see that our youth will be the best in North America. And the community, in order to make a positive change for the better. That's what I'm planning. That's what I will do as your MLA. I would like to thank you. I would like to thank you very much. My profound gratitude go first and foremost to my organization, which endorsed me to be their representative for 2023 MLA elections. It's a great honor, and I thank you very much. My great honor also goes to a lot of volunteers in Edmonton or elsewhere in the world who supported me. They grow up each and every day, and the number of my volunteers are growing each and every day. I thank you very much, dear volunteers. We make it together, we make it. My sincere thanks to the partners from Edmonton, from Canada at large, United States of America, from Asia, etc., who abruptly born at the dawn of the idea of running of MLA in 2023. To you all guys, ladies and gentlemen, receive my sincere acknowledgements from the deepest of my heart. Your support, advice, and encouragement will be always highly valued. My promise is to ensure that Edmonton Manning becomes the greenest, because the trees I told you, the cleanest, and becomes and remains a wonderful place to and diverse community to all of us. Sincere, John KIJULI, or Jean, Edmonton Manning. My contact is Edmonton, Canada. My phone number, this is my email. And as I told you, my motto is simple: an inclusive community for our prosperity. Thank you very much. End of the story. See you, elect John KIJULI. I will try to be the best, and I will do all of that I told you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you. Thank you.